Welcome to Chair Yoga, and in today's class we're going to focus on the asanas like we normally do, and we'll also incorporate some breathing into our practice today. What I'd like you to have available, if you can, is a couple of blocks, a strap, and a bolster. So we're going to use the bolster today. A bolster we could replace the bolster with blocks, we could replace the bolster with cushions, so it's anything available. Let's come to the chair and firstly find posture. Walking the sit bones towards the edge of the chair, feet are roughly hip width, shoulder width apart, what feels comfortable and grounded. And just for a moment, twiddle your toes, push down through the heels, lift your toes, push down through the balls of the foot, activate the feet. Maybe look down, make sure they're roughly parallel and not rotated outwards. So often we need to just push a little heavier onto the big toe mount. And then let the toes settle, let the feet settle, let the feet relax. Grab your hips and rock your hips forward and backward, doing a mini cat and cow with hand assist. And even as we do this, you might start to tune into your breathing. I like to coordinate the breathing with the movement. So inhale as I rock the hips forward, the pelvis tilts forward, the low back arches. Exhale as I round the back and tuck the tailbone, crunching the abdominals. So it's a kind of natural breathing to go with the reduced stomach space and the expanded stomach space. So inhale, open up at the front. Exhale, crunch. And you can breathe and move quickly or slowly, or slow it down. Adding a little sound for dramatic effect. On the exhale. And those movements can get a little bigger and sustain a little longer if that feels good. And then pause, finding roughly neutral. I like to have a slight tilt forward, just a slight tilt. So there's a very slight arch in the back. And then imagine you've got a corset on, it pulls your tummy in, and then rocking from side to side. Shifting the weight from sit bone to sit bone. And then rocking to stillness, resting the back of the hands on the thighs, palms up, roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. The next time you crunch the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, and let the shoulder blades settle down the back. So your collarbones are wide. So we've established posture that's considered ideal for easeful breathing. So we'll focus just on the breath as you come into stillness. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips for now. I'll add a little sound for dramatic effect. And so you can hear how my breathing slows down over time. And currently I'm just breathing in a normal way without trying to affect the depth or rhythm of the breath. I'm just letting the breath find itself and my awareness finding the breath, and noticing the interplay between awareness of breath and the breathing. The breath's a bit like us. When we're noticed, it behaves itself. It slows down and becomes gentle and calm. And when we don't notice our breath, it starts to become choppy and short, and we do little breath holds. It becomes erratic. So keep observing the breath with your attention. Notice what happens to it over time. And if you like to change the breathing in and out of the nose, you can release the exhale through the mouth. Notice how that impacts the breathing. And then we'll start to change the awareness of the breathing and merge it with a sensation in the body. So as you breathe in, push down through the sit bones. Imagine you're drilling down through your seat to the floor. And when you're full of breath, as you exhale, let the crown of the head float up and the shoulders drop down. So we're breathing vertically. Inhale, pushing down through the sit bones. Growing tall, exhaling, crown of the head lifts up. Creating vertical space in the body for our breath. On the next inhale, imagine the ribs expanding sideways. So you feel the hips expand. You feel the expansion through the rib cage up into the armpits. So we're expanding horizontally. It's almost like the breath travels up each side of the body, pushing open the rib cage out left and right. Widening the collarbones at the peak of the inhale. And now in the last dimension, as you inhale, let the belly expand. And as that expands, let the chest expand forward. Feel the air come right up into the throat. And as you exhale, slightly tuck the tailbone, squeeze the navel back, draw the abdominals together. Hook the rib cage to the hips, and then start again. Inhale, relax, grow tall, belly expands, chest expands, collarbones widen, air reaches the throat. Exhale, relax, tucking tailbone, crunching navel, pulling navel back in. It's almost like you're doing a mini cat and cow. Completing the 3 dimensions of our breath. Up and down, side to side, front and back. We've become a breathing machine. Now let's add some movement here. As you inhale, float the arms up to the side, let the hands come together. Let the hands float down in front of you with a little bit of pressure to the heart. Let them drop away to the side. Inhaling, lift up, palms face up, reach up, touch, exhale, hands together, dropping down. Moving at the rhythm of your own breathing. Inhale, lift up, palms up, look up, reach up. So we create a little more of a back bend. Exhale, palms come down. Maybe you let the back of the hands brush against your forehead, eyes, nose. So you feel the contour of your body as you drop the hands. Inhale, reach up, look up. Maybe bring the hands back a bit of a back bend. Exhale, hands together, and let the thumb knuckles gently caress down through the body, throat, heart, belly. 3 more in your own time. Maybe letting the head look down as you exhale. So you feel the release in the neck. One more. Good. And then staying in the same position on the chair, just open your feet out a little wider. Make sure you have a bolster handy. We're simply going to have straight hands on the legs, leaning forwards and backwards. So we press a little bit of weight into the feet for a moment at that angular turn. You feel the hip stretch, the adductor stretch across here. Exhaling as you come forward, arms remain straight, so you transfer the weight into the legs. Inhale, come back up. And now pause. Maybe bring the feet in a little closer. I'm still quite wide. My toes are reaching the outer edges of the mat. And you're simply going to do just the knees flare out and come back in. Just the knees. Feet stay grounded. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're giving a little bit of motion down into the ankle joint here. Lean, and then hands on hips. Lift both heels up, so it's a calf raise. Ball of the foot stays on the mat and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now grab your bolster. We're going to put the bolster bit in front of the feet. Grab your chair if you like for stability. I'm going to use my hands out here. And the goal, you might even add your blocks to start with. So blocks on top of the bolster. So you're quite a high platform now. So holding the chair, let's try holding the chair. To start with, you tap your knee down onto your block. So you're rotating to the right. Your left knee taps the block. And then other side. So you're getting a little pivot in that right foot, right knee taps the blocks. And we're going side to side. Now you can do it without holding on as well. And this is going to give your hips a nice lubrication, nice range of movement that they don't normally do. If you want to go lower, of course, you can bring them down to the bolster without the blocks. That's going to give you more hip rotation. But you want to be going at the speed and the pace and the depth that feels good for your hips. One more each side. And then find your seat, readjust. We'll come back to that movement and just notice how your feet feel after that action, activating from the hip. Let's open up that left hip, heel toe the right leg out into our traditional warrior two shape. And once again, become conscious of your feet. Front foot planted. If it doesn't reach the floor easily, if the heel is lifted, you could put a block underneath it or a cushion so you can plant down into something. Look at that back foot. You're really giving a big stretch to the ankle there. Pinky toe is grounded and you're pushing down with the big toe mound into the floor. So that foot's very active. Now imagine you're trying to squeeze your thighs together. Can you feel how that activates the glutes and makes you very strong and stable? So this is all activation right down to the feet. Float the hands out, looking out over that left hand. And we'll just do a little warrior dance here, dropping the back hand into peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Inhale, neutral. Leaning forward, side angle, leaning that elbow onto your thigh. Now, if you want a little more intensity here, try to make that elbow very light, so you're using your core to hold you up. Bring that right hand over. Can you feel how much activation going into your feet? Keep those feet, that foot awareness strong. Now push through the front foot to lift you up. Back to neutral. Peaceful warrior, reverse. Open up the ribs, making space for the lungs. Breathing into that open space. Exhale, warrior two, and then leaning forward. And this time as you come into that side angle warrior, let's do some big circles here. So dropping that right hand towards the floor, all the way behind you, lifting it up, and see if you can track the hand with your eyes. So your head is getting, your neck is getting a movement as well. And I want you to pay attention to your feet as the center of gravity shifts with that rotating arm. The feet are working hard here. The next time you come up, push through that front foot, warrior two. Relax the hands. Gently unpack to a wide sumo squat. So you've got your feet a little wider, rotated out, like we did before that series. Let's lean down onto elbows now. Calf raises with the weight of your body. So you're now activating the calf and the ankle through lift and lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then do you remember your little knee openings, knee flare, 2, 3, so abducting, 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 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bolster or bolstering blocks in front. We'll do some more of those hip mobility exercises, dropping the knee. You might even get the shin down this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 7, really working those feet and ankles. 8, 9, and 10, good. We're going to add one more exercise for strength here. So again, with the feet slightly rotated out, walk yourself towards the sit bones. You can touch the chair. You're simply going to come up. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4. Feet, legs working hard. 6, whew. 7, whoo, I'm on fire. 8, 2 more. 9, and 10. Come on down. So that should be, so there's a lot of activation. We're sending a lot of energy down through the legs into the feet here. Before we come to Warrior 2 on the other side, let's release all the tension in the body through some torso twirls. Nice and relaxed. There you go. And once again, foot awareness. Notice how the feet take the load as you come forward. How the right foot takes the load as you swing to the right. Left foot takes the load as you swing to the left. Other way. Good. It should feel good on the low back as well. In fact, let's hit the low back while we're here, huh? The next time you come up, let's bring that block between the feet. We're going to start with wide feet angled out. Come to elbows, so your feet feel comfortably set. Hands to block, and the reason I'm moving through this pretty quickly is because I know you've all done this with me before. Hands on block. We'll do some push-ups here, so bending the elbows, head comes down, stretching out the low back, opening the hips, push down through the hands, straighten the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the next time you come down, you can hang down here if you like. You can even fold your arms and grab your opposite arms, dangling, letting the head dangle, letting all that traction through the back and the shoulders and the neck go. While you're here, let's do some leg strengthening work. With that dangle, push down through your feet so you rise up about 1/4 of an inch. Ooh, just a tiny, and then relax and dangle. Push with the legs and dangle. Push and dangle. Let go and push for 3, 2, and 1. Now to come out slowly, bring the hands to the block or the floor, elbows to the thighs. Walk the hands back. And just before we come to Warrior 2, let's extend those legs out in front, toes curled back. Wriggle your toes. Now I know some yoga teachers who can move each toe independently. So you can give that a go if you like. But I can't. My toes have a mind of their own, or the synapses in my brain haven't connected that far down yet. Work to be done. Misfits. Let's do a little forward fold here, sliding forward, feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, the back of the calf, toes curled back. Chin away from chest, keeping a long spine, not curled. And then walk the hands back up. Is there anything else I wanted to do while I'm here? No, that's good. Bending the feet, opening the right hip, heel toe the left leg out. So getting into that traditional Warrior 2 stance, or seated Warrior 2. Foot awareness. Back foot. Pinky toe grounded. Pushing down. Big external ankle stretch. Pressure on the big toe. Strong activated leg. This inner thigh here activated. front foot evenly grounded, pressure on the big toe. So we're making sure the knee doesn't cave in. We want that knee to be pointing in the same direction as the foot. Push down with that foot so that it almost feels like you're about to lift off the chair. Strong legs. Float the hand out, parallel to the ground, looking over that right hand, dropping left, reaching back, peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Now, what happened to your front foot? Did the pinky toe lift? If so, push it down. Keep that knee from caving in. Coming through warrior two, leaning forward, resting little weight on that front thigh. You can float the elbow if you like into side angle. That's going to be all core work. Coming back through warrior two, dancing back, reverse, side angle, and then big arm swings. Let's revolve that arm. 1, 2, follow the hands orbit with your eyes. 3, so the whole body's getting twists and turns. 6, oh, it feels good on the shoulder too. That front foot taking a lot of load. Next time it comes up, warrior two. Hands to the chair, easefully, gracefully ease out into a neutral spot. Now, this is going to be an option to go a little deeper with our hip work if we want. So everybody's going to be different here, so we're not in a contest, but I'm going to stack 2 blocks on top of each other, and that's going to become my new chair. So I'm going to come down into campfire pose. I'm sitting on my blocks instead of my chair. So you're either on the chair or you're on 2 blocks stacked on top of each other. Bolsters close by. So this is moving towards a pose in yoga called Malasana. Feet are rotated out. So Malasana, I'll just demonstrate what it looks like without blocks. You're basically doing a deep squat like that without blocks. All right? But we, for now, have our blocks. So it's just a little less strenuous. Remember those knee openings? Flaps, knee flaps, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leaning forward, we're going to do calf raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now the bolster can come in front. We can do the knee dips, or if you want to go all the way to the floor, you can do knee dips to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Option to do the last, we won't do 10 squats, we'll do 5, coming up and down. 1, 2, you can go back to the chair for this. 3, 4, and 5. Yay, we did it. Nice work. Now your legs, hips, feet, everything from the waist down should feel completely alive, hopefully. But let's come back to some more footwork. So I'm coming back to the chair. Grab your strap. And we can extend the right foot out. strap the foot, and we'll just start with some vigorous flossing. So I'm leaning back a little bit here. My foot's sort of coming up and off the mat at times as I pull and floss. Pull one side of the strap up and down the foot, really stimulating the bottom of the foot here. Then work your strap up to where the ball and the arch meet, so it's fairly high on the foot. And then we'll do whoa and Nelly. You lean back, whoa, Nelly, you lean your whole body, you're slowing the horse down, pulling back on the reins, arms are straight, strap straight. Push out through the calf muscle, through the heel of the foot. Really stretch that calf muscle. And then easing forward, bending the elbows, we're going to start to lift that leg straight up in front of us. So we move the stretch into the hamstring. And then we'll take both ends of the strap into that right hand. You can hold the chair with the other hand or out to the side and simply open it out to the side. Toes curled back. And we can do that a few times. The next time you open, pause, and see if you can start to turn your head towards that left hand. And slowly bring back to center, change hands, keep the same leg in the strap. Right hand on the hip, push that right hip down. Keep it pushed down and then slowly bring that straight leg across the midline of the body. Yeah. Doesn't have to go far, but you want that right hip to really stay on the chair, nice and planted. Toes curled back. And we'll just do little pulses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly release. Let's bring both legs out and just notice if there's any contrast, especially if there's any different feelings in the foot and ankle. Just play around with your ankle movements, foot movements. My experience is that left foot which is mirroring your left foot, so it's my right foot, is much duller than that right foot after that. All right, let's try the other side. Let's start with flossing. You can bend the right knee, left leg extended, and big, forceful, good deep massage, really stimulating the fascia, nerves at the bottom of the foot. Wakey, wakey. We really don't wake up the bottom of the foot very much. We dull it down with rubber soles, etc. So we really need to get into the foot. Wake it up. Work the strap up to the ball. Toes curled back, whoa and Nelly. Pull back, lean back. Push out through the heel bone. So basically your torso and arms are, the weight is just stretching out that calf muscle. Bending the elbows slightly, come forward, lift, move it into that hamstring. Toes curled back. Transfer into the left hand, and we'll do some hip openings, out and in. You can hold it out and extend that right arm to the right, turning the head to the right. Keep Those toes curled back. Come back to neutral, transfer hands. Left hand grabs the seat or out, and then crossing over the hips. Or you can use that left hand to push that left hip down. Oh yeah, that's good. Really keep that left hip planted. Pulses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly release. And let's see if we have matching legs and feet now. Oh yeah, more life force in that left leg now. Good. So, let's come into our seated position for some pranayama. So I want you to be comfortable. I'm going to use blocks under feet, bolster behind back. That gives me a lot of support. So I'm not interested in or distracted by this needing to support myself. I'm being supported by the props. So settle in until you feel almost in that astronaut position. You're just ready to take off. Seatbelt on. And then once again, when you're in that relaxed position, shoulders rolls up, back and down a few times. Up, back, down, and hold down. Back of the hands rest in the lap or on the thigh. Close the eyes or let the eyes become soft. And then bring your attention to your breathing. How is your breathing at this stage of the practice? And how long does it take before the breath calms down because you're observing it? A watched breath is a content breath. Single nostril breathing. Float that right hand up to the face. And gently cover the right nostril with your right thumb. No squeezing. Relaxed hand, relaxed thumb. So you're breathing. Excuse me. Whoa, man. There's a sensation. So I'm breathing in and out of the left nostril only. Two more breaths. On the next exhale, release the hand. And just notice the quality shift of those first few breaths when you're breathing through two nostrils again. It should feel remarkably different, fresh. Left hand to the face, left thumb covers left nostril, inhaling, exhaling through right nostril only. On the next exhale, release the single nostril breathing, releasing the hand. Noticing those first few breaths without restriction. Notice the quality shift in the breath. Notice how the nature of the breath is changing. Is it becoming more and more placid, more and more easeful? Bring your hands together in prayer position. Bring both thumbs up under the nose and index fingers simply tap or rest on the third eye between the eyebrows. Cover the right nostril as you breathe in. And then switch, cover the left nostril as you breathe out. Keep that left nostril covered. Inhale, right nostril. Switch, cover right, exhale left. So after each inhale, you switch the thumb and the nostril. So the exhale comes through that fresh nostril. So for the next 5 breaths, as you exhale, introduce a hum. As you exhale. Inhale through the nostrils, switch thumbs. Feel the vibration move into the thumbs and hands as you hum. Last one. Release the hands. Notice the breath. Notice the feet. I'm finding it a little hard to come out of meditation, but here we are at the end of class. Thank you for joining me once again. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.